Hey everyone, Colin and Justin are back with us now, and they're saying, be our guest. Now guys, we know in the current climate, with the health crisis being what it is, you can't have overnight guests right now. But here are some great ideas for us to do now while we have the time to make sure that when friends and family can come over to visit again, they're going to have a 5-star stay. And once again, we've got a great before shot of what this space looked like before you got your little hands on it. And I guess it was a little bit bleak. It needed some changes, right?
It did need some changes, and we're great believers in quality over quantity, so if you can have bigger spaces, we'd much rather have those. This room was quite small, and actually at the front of here there was a porch. It was dark, all the mosquitoes would go there on vacation. So what we did is we actually blew out the windows to the front so that we reclaimed that space inside, and it gave us enough room to split the existing space into 2 bedrooms.
When we're putting our projects together, Tracy, we always want it to be the realization of a dream, if you like. We want everybody who walks in to feel completely indulged. And one of the most important things, I think, in a guest bedroom is to have a really comfortable bed and go as big as you possibly can, because nobody wants to feel squashed in this holiday environment. They want to feel relaxed and taken care of. Now, we found this whopper, a huge, big, king-size bed from IKEA in this lovely grey linen finish. Now, if you look at that, it looks as if it's a fully upholstered bed. It's simply a slipped bed on a bed frame with a slipped skirt that goes all the way around. So you can whip it off, if your guests drop a coffee on it or maybe a glass of wine or both. You can whip the cover off, whip it in the machine and whip it back on. Flexibility, that's what we want in our projects. We want to be able to problem solve before the problems happen.
It's super important that your guests feel welcome and that they feel relaxed as well. And studies have shown that most guests actually do live out their suitcases. They don't tend to unpack, so you tend to have a messy room, the suitcase is sitting there, all your pieces are spilling out all over the place because you're probably scared to put it into the wardrobes because they're full of the owner's clutter. These are amazing. I'm obsessed with these. They're made of bamboo, they're from IKEA, and it's like an X-rayed wardrobe. You can see all the shelves that are there, so you can put your little bits and pieces in here. There's a beautiful little hanging area there as well. And the great thing about these is that your guests will actually hang their things in here. They're going to look smarter, they're going to be a bit more relaxed, and when it comes time for them to go home, they're not going to be worried about pieces lying at the back that they've left behind. So these are amazing. And bamboo, who doesn't like bamboo?
That's actually genius, because it's true. You do live out of your suitcase when you are a guest. And a king-size bed, I would never leave. Okay, talk to me about the wall color a little bit, because you made some changes there.
So we painted everything in a really simple tone called Chantilly by Benjamin Moore. A really good coverage, went on in a couple of coats, took care of that blue. But what you got to think though is if you've got essentially a white scheme, you've got to add lots and lots of textures. So for example, these 3D artworks which we found in HomeSense are really lovely, and they suggest the countryside, showing mountains as they do. Colin and Justin bedding, again from HomeSense, lots and lots of texture and nub to that fabric down there.
You can't get better than the Canadiana you have in the Colin and Justin line. I love it for that, and I do have so many pieces from your line for that reason, so thank you for that. I want to talk about Wi-Fi. Regardless of where you are, Airbnb, at a cottage, it's probably nice to share those details with your guests.
People now, you want to be on your tablet, you want to be on your smartphone the whole time, and you want to share the experience. So please get Wi-Fi. And the great thing about Wi-Fi is that you no longer have to have wired systems anymore. Everything has gone wireless. So you can actually add speakers, you can add all sorts of technology to enhance the guest experience.
Another thing that's super important in the bedroom is twirling and turning. And I'm talking air conditioning. Okay, we don't have an air conditioning system as such here, but we've got big doors that go out onto the exterior. And this wonderful fan. Now again, shopping local, we found this in Chatham in a wonderful store called The Fan Shop. It's by a great company called Fanimation, and it's super silent.
No whirring, no buzzing, and the best tip of all, make sure you stay in the guest room so you know it's truly comfortable. Colin and Justin, thank you so much for that beautiful tour. You've done a great job.
Our pleasure.
We're going to go to break right now, but we'll be right back.